What's up, everyone? It's Jay here. To my subscribers and everyone who watched last week's video, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to my weekly predictions of every match of the 2021 NFL season. So, to recap last week, I got 7 out of 16 predictions correct. Although they are not the exact score, the teams I wanted to win, they won, and I'm glad they did. So let's go on to week two. Number one, Giants at Washington, New York at Washington, and I'm gonna pick New York winning 23-21. Reason being, I think both teams, regardless of how good the quarterback are, they didn't score above 20 points, and I think New York is gonna get the win. I think Saquon Barkley, he's going to have a night, and the Giants' defense may come up with a big stop. And Daniel Jones is 4-0 against Washington. So, New York Giants, I'm picking. Thursday Night Football. Number two, Los Angeles at Indianapolis. And I am picking the Rams, 38-17. Matthew Stafford had a really great game against Chicago last week, and I expect him to do even better at Indianapolis. Yeah, he had a 156 above rating, and that's pretty good, honestly. And the Rams defense allowed 14 points, and Carson Wentz struggled last week against Seahawks. So I expect the Rams to just dominate both sides of the ball and win this game. Number three, Las Vegas at Pittsburgh. And I am picking the Steelers will win against the Raiders, 31-21. And I think Derek Carr on Monday Night Football against the Ravens, he was a bit inaccurate. Darren Waller should have caught the ball 19 times. He only caught it 10 times, despite it being his birthday on Monday night. And I think the Steelers' defense is being a lot powerful. Their special teams is powerful. He got a block punt last week, so I'm picking Steelers winning this one. Number four, 49ers at the Eagles, San Francisco at Philadelphia. And I am picking 49ers winning in overtime, 39-33. And both teams scored 30 points last week, and that's pretty good, especially if you're Jalen Hurts. And I think San Francisco's going to dominate. Reason being, I think Jimmy Garoppolo, and not I think, he has more of experience in the league, and this is only Jalen Hurts' second year, so I expect the 49ers to win due to Garoppolo's experience, and I think the 49ers have a solid defense and offense. They're going to win it, despite Raheem Mostert being injured for the rest of the season. And both quarterbacks had 120 plus rating. Number five, Houston at Cleveland, and I am picking the Browns winning against the Texans, 35-17. Chubb, Hunt, and Landry both scored touchdowns. All scored touchdowns, not both. And frankly, I think the Browns can maximize their offensive players, their opportunities, and I think each one's going to score at least once, like they did last week against Kansas City. And I think Jadeveon Clowney, Myles Garrett, they're going to pressure the Texans' offense. Tyrod Taylor, Mark Ingram, and I think Tyrod Taylor. I mean, I respect him, but I think he's not going to get his revenge against a team he's played for. So I'm picking Browns winning this one. Number six, Denver at Jacksonville. And I am picking the Broncos winning at the Jaguars, 31-23. Reason being, there was a lot of poor coaching for the Jaguars, especially on defense last week, allowing 37 points for Houston. So, I'm expecting Teddy Bridgewater to win a second game for Denver, and I expect Trevor Lawrence to make a couple of mistakes, and yeah, he's not going to do well. And yeah, he threw 3 interceptions last week against Houston. Number seven, New Orleans at Carolina, and I got the Saints winning, 34-13. Jameis Winston is capable of throwing multiple touchdowns, and I think Sam Darnold has a big history of losing with the Jets. Never had a winning season, and I think New Orleans has a solid defense as well, so they're going to win this one. It's going to be a blowout match. So I'm picking New Orleans. Number 8, Bills at the Dolphins. Buffalo at Miami. And I'm picking Bills winning 34 to 26. Sorry about that. And last year, Buffalo swept Miami. They beat them twice. And I think Josh Allen is capable with Stephon Diggs and this elite offense of scoring lots of points, 30 plus points. And last week, the Dolphins barely beat the Patriots. It was a defensive game, most likely. Number 9, New England at New York. And I got the Patriots winning at the Jets in overtime, 20 to 17. And Patriots have been 10-0 since 2016 against the Jets. And both teams scored below 17 points in week 1. And you got 2 rookie quarterbacks with a little experience. Well, they're young players, obviously. So I expect this to be another defensive game. And I got Patriots winning just because of their history against the Jets. Number 10, Cincinnati at Chicago. And I am picking the Bears winning against the Bengals, 29 to 23 in overtime. The Bengals defense may not be as aggressive as what the Rams were last week against the Bears. And despite winning against the Vikings, Bengals, they just got lucky, I guess, but you can't just rely on your offense all day long. I think Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks and the Bears defense are going to pressure Burrow and contain him. Andy Dalton's going to get his revenge a second time against Cincinnati, and I think Justin Fields might play, a little more. Number 11, Atlanta at Tampa Bay, and I got the Buccaneers winning against the Falcons, 42 to 17. Yes, Tom Brady had a phenomenal opening day, 4 touchdowns against the Cowboys, and Matt Ryan, on the other hand, he lost by 26 points, and that's 4 possessions, I believe. So yeah, Matt Ryan, prepare for another GOAT match. And the Bucs defenses are very solid and too powerful. They're going to contain Matt Ryan in the pocket. He won't be able to escape. Buccaneers are going to win this one. Number 12, Minnesota at Arizona. And I got the Cardinals winning against the Vikings in the last seconds with a field goal. 24 to 23, they win. The Cardinals defense sacked Ryan Tannehill 5 times. The Vikings lost the final seconds versus Cincinnati by a field goal in overtime. The Cardinals defense will force field goal attempts only for the Vikings, so a few touchdowns, but maybe it'll be a big field goal day for Minnesota. And Kyler Murray will be able to escape the pocket, feel the pressure, run. He can run, and he can also pass. He's got his favorite target, DeAndre Hopkins. Number 13, Tennessee at Seattle, and I got the Seahawks winning 35 to 31. Last week against Indianapolis, Russell Wilson had 4 touchdowns. And that's pretty good for him, to be honest. The 32-year-old let Russ cook. And the defense won by 1+ possessions. So yeah, Seattle's defense is capable of winning, helping their offense win, but if you're close games, it may not be good for a playoff match. So I think Seattle's defense will probably come up with a huge stop to give their offense another chance. And 8 times in 2020, Seahawks have, I believe 8 times, Seahawks have won by 1 possession. And you got 2 elite offenses, 2 division winners last year in 2020. This is going to be a fun one, but I got Seattle winning. Number 14, Dallas at Los Angeles Chargers. And I got the Chargers winning against the Cowboys, 43 to 38. Both offenses are explosive. And I believe Joey Bosa and the Chargers defense will cause problems for Prescott, Elliott, and the entire offensive line last minute. And Cowboys defense, they struggled to prevent Brady from scoring. Although the Cowboys took the lead at some points of time, it was ultimately Tampa Bay who won the game. And Brady is unstoppable for the most part. But yeah, I got Los Angeles winning against Dallas. And I think Los Angeles, they're a great team with Justin Herbert and Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen. Number 15, Kansas City at Baltimore. Chiefs at Ravens. And I got the Chiefs winning at the Ravens, 35 to 26. Now, Patrick Mahomes is the baby goat, and he's undefeated in September. And Lamar Jackson, on the other hand, against Las Vegas, he had two fumbles. It was on him. He had two fumbles. He was a bit inaccurate, and Max Crosby for Las Vegas caused a lot of havoc for him. And you got a lot of injured Ravens running backs. So, I mean, you got Devontae Freeman, Le'Veon Bell, Latavius Murray, but I think Kansas City is going to pull this victory at Baltimore. Lamar Jackson has never beat Patrick Mahomes ever in his career. Last but not least, Monday Night Football. Detroit at Green Bay, and I got the Packers winning against the Lions, 36-28. Yes, Jared Goff almost had a comeback game, but ultimately San Francisco beat Detroit 41-33. And Jared Goff has a low passer rating due to his turnover rate with Los Angeles for the past two seasons. I think Aaron Rodgers will win this home game. They're going to bounce back. They were not prepared against New Orleans, and the Lions defense will struggle against an elite Packers offense led by Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Randall Cobb, and I think the Packers are just going to win this game. They will win against the Lions. They're just too good. Last but not least, here are my predictions later on this season about head coaching and firing. Matt Nagy will get fired weeks 6 or 7, I believe, if the Bears do not win enough games. I think Vic Fangio's on the hot seat as well. He may, I predict, get fired in week 10 if Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos fail to win enough games. Yep, that's it for week 2. Stay safe, everyone. Hope you all like my predictions and subscribe. Thank you.